The whole field. Starts to the right, looks to the middle, ends up on the left, going to Mason. Kansas City doesn't have a lot of instinctive pass rushers, but they've got to find a way to pressure McNair.
And we get a whistle.
And that was one of the ways right there. They were going to come with the blitz. Sammy Knight right there, 29, was on his way off the edge.
Pass was tipped by Jared Allen.
False start offense, left side of the line. 5-yard penalty, first down.
Steve McNair started the day 1 for 4 throwing for 4 yards. Since then, he's gone 10 of 11 for 100 yards. You know, and talking about this noise situation with Brian Billick, he brought up something that we all know but just don't realize. You know, McNair's kind of a quiet guy.
Yeah, I asked him specifically, does Steve's voice carry very well in his cadence? And he goes, no. He says, as a matter of fact, when he's calling plays in the huddle, some of the guys tell him to speak up a little bit.
Play fake. McNair on the move and throws it away. And with that, we'll get the 2-minute warning. At 1:54 to play in the first half, the Ravens with a 6-0 lead.
These guys look fantastic. I'm so proud.
Join the Reebok Hockey Revolution. Visit NASN.com, your home for North American sports merchandise.
Druids Glen Golf Resort, voted European Golf Resort of the Year 2005. A golfer's paradise in the Garden of Ireland. 2 championship golf courses of contrasting design. The luxurious Marriott Druids Glen Hotel and Country Club, featuring 148 specially appointed guest rooms and a magnificent spa and health centre. Visit our driving range, pro shops, golf academy, and get your golfing tips or tuition from our resident PGA teaching professional.
We're playing San Diego. 2 catches, 2 touchdowns, and puked in between. And that's when I knew it.
I felt like I was playing with little kids and I was a grown man, like Superman.
I ran the fastest 40 at the camp, and I was still 15 years old. So that's when I knew I was gonna be pretty good. Oh yeah.
College basketball returns to NASN. Visit NASN.com for scheduling news and information.
Hey, coming up is the Sprint Halftime Report. JB, Dan, Shannon, and Boomer have all the latest NFL scores and highlights, and will no doubt update the playoff picture. That's all coming up on the Sprint Halftime Report, and there is a statistic that'll kind of make you a little bit wary of dropping back in.
Not good. Not good. But the results, hey, it's only 6-0. Very fortunate to be Kansas City right now.
McNair got his man, Derek Mason. Mason to the 45 of the Chiefs, about a yard short of a first down. Baltimore has all 3 of their timeouts remaining.
3rd and 1 from the Kansas City 45-yard line.
Clock continues to move, 1.5 minutes to play.
Steve McNair hardly looks agitated, does he?
Cool and calm. And they're going to go with it on the ground. This is Mike Anderson.
Big play by Kansas City.
Backed up at the 46. Ron Edwards, the first to hit him.
He was tackled by Ron.
Boy, was that a big play by Kansas City. It's like they were in the Baltimore huddle. Nowhere to go for Mike Anderson.
Dante Hall deep for the punt at his own 10-yard line. Cook hangs it up high and away and out of bounds. Bounced out of bounds at about the 16-yard line. So that's where Green and the Kansas City offense will go to work with 68 seconds to play.
Well, it's speculation as to what Herman Edwards might tell his team at halftime. If I'm the head coach and I look at that, my quarterback's 3 of 10 with 2 interceptions and a fumble, and you know what? The score is 6-0. Hey guys, look how well you're playing in every other phase of the game, that with all that happening, we're only down 6-0. If you just won't turn the ball over in the second half, we're going to win this game. And on the other side, you know, Brian Billick, he's got to be really unhappy that they've had so many breaks and they still don't even have 7 points to show for it.
And looks like the Chiefs are going to be content to wind the clock down as Larry Johnson spins out to the 18-yard line. Ray Lewis, Adalis Thomas with the stop there. The fans disapprove, and we get a timeout on the field. Timeout, Baltimore. They used one of their remaining timeouts. There's a timeout situation, and now Kansas City has to rethink what they're going to do on offense here, because obviously Baltimore's not going to let them just run the time off the clock. And Green's going to throw it. Stepping up, throws it, incomplete. Intended for Tony Gonzalez.
Wow, and Trent Green throwing under duress. He's already in the grab and hold and throws the ball. Take a look. There comes Trevor Price right in there, number 90. Trevor's already got a hold of Trent Green and dragging him backwards when Trent throws that football. Not many good things happen to a quarterback in his pass when he throws it falling backwards.
Looked very much like Cutler throwing a pass for Denver last week.
Ooh. Yeah, except that one got run back for a touchdown.
On 3rd and 7, Trent Green under pressure, and down he goes. Trevor Price,
who fought every instinct that a defensive lineman has to pound that quarterback into the ground, and Trent and Trevor Price, great job of holding off.
You know, it's good when you have football players who are talented and smart.
Oh, he wanted to, though.
These guys look fantastic. I'm so proud.
Join the Reebok Hockey Revolution. Visit NASN.com, your home for North American sports merchandise.
Dustin Colquitt to punt this one out of his own end zone, and Corey Ross waits, and that one almost blocked, but he downed the kicker in the end zone, and penalty markers fly.
They're maintaining they touched the ball. Baltimore is arguing that they touched the ball, which if you got a hand on the football, running into the kicker doesn't count.
Personal foul, roughing the kicker. Defense. 15-yard penalty and an automatic first down.
You saw Colquitt talking with Gary Stills, a long-time Kansas City Chiefs special teamer extraordinaire.
Well, according to Ed Hockley, the ball wasn't touched. And that is the 15-yard variety. Derek Martin, the guy that gets the penalty.
So that'll pretty much take away any possibility of a long Baltimore field goal to end the first half.
And that saved a really disastrous offensive possession for Kansas City. A run for no gain, an incomplete pass that could have been intercepted, and then a sack.
So the Ravens still insisting they had a hand on the football, but Ed Hockley doesn't buy it. Green, pass, Sammy Parker. Parker to the 31, diving for the sideline and got out of bounds. Stops the clock with 35 seconds to play.
Gain of 8 yards. Second and 2 from the 31.
This is where you really trust your veteran quarterback to not make a mistake. We're down, we're trailing, we don't want to just take a knee, but by the same token, you just can't make a poor decision.
Trent Green just 38 yards passing here in the first half, running out of time and down at the 26-yard line.
And right now, if I'm Kansas City, I can't get to the locker room quickly enough. I can't get off this field and go in and attempt to regroup and find something that'll work.
Clock is running, and actually the Chiefs just need to snap it one more time.
And they don't have to snap it for a while here. Let's run that play clock down.
Johnson on the screen and dragged down at about the 27-yard line, and that will do it for the first half.
Well, and you hear the crowd expressing their displeasure, but really you can't ask Trent Green, the way things have gone here in the first half, to be overly aggressive trying to make something happen in a few seconds left before halftime.
Baltimore with just 3 points off of those turnovers, 2 field goals, and you're right. Herman Edwards' view at halftime is going to be, it could have been a lot worse.
It could, and he will be absolutely right. And Brian Billick, on the other hand, is going to say it could have been a lot better, guys. We can't get into the red zone a couple times and only come away with field goals.
Well, Brian Billick will see what he does at the break and what kind of adjustments Herman Edwards will make with the Kansas City Chiefs. But right now, it's a 6-0 Baltimore lead in a game that Kansas City absolutely has to have. They are not in prime position in this playoff race. 6-0 Baltimore. Back with the Sprint halftime report after this message and a word from your local station. You're watching the NFL on CBS, home of Super Bowl 41.
There was a moment there where I thought, that was a pretty doggone good throw. I can probably play.
My sophomore year against Thomasville, I only got 3 balls. And those 3 went for 144 yards and 2 touchdowns. I knew right then that I was on my way.
And the stadium was rocking, it was packed. Got a total of 400-some yards. That's when I knew.
When people stopped calling me Archie's boy, started calling me Peyton. That was a big moment for me.
Nurofen, fast, targeted relief for pain.
Freedom for backs. New heat patches from Nurofen.
Hi there, folks. I'm Tim McCarver, thanking you for watching my show exclusively here on NASN, Europe's leading channel for North American sports. Join me each week as I conduct in-depth interviews with the biggest stars from the world of sports. Whether you enjoy football, baseball, basketball, hockey, you name it. Check out NASN.com for the latest schedules and guest lists, and we'll see you right here on Chevrolet's Tim McCarver Show on NASN.
CBS Sports presents the Sprint Halftime Report. Sprint, together with Nextel. Power up.
And welcome to the Sprint Halftime Report here in New York, Studio 43. I'm James Brown, along with my guys, Dan Shannon and Boomer. Let's get you caught up on first half action around the National Football League. Starting first, Baltimore and KC.
Play fake here. Pass Derek Mason on the sideline, 21-yard pickup would lead to a field goal, 3-0. The Ravens are doing a great job on Trent Greens, 5 of 13, 58 yards, 2 pick. Here's the first one by Ed Reed, the ball hawk, as he picks this ball up and heads up the other way. Tackled by Brian Waters. This would lead to another field goal, 6-0, and that's where we are at the half, JB, 6-0.
Chiefs have won 18 straight home games played in December, Shannon. Let's go to Oakland and Cincinnati. Boomer.
All right, Carson Palmer, 10 of 15 on the day, 134 yards, and this touchdown pass to Chris Henry, 2 interceptions. Rudy Johnson, 16 attempts, 60 yards, 1 touchdown on the ground, and here it comes. And the Oakland Raiders tack on a field goal right before halftime, 14-3, Cincinnati Bengals in the lead.
Rudy Johnson, 63 yards shy of 1,000 rush yards for his 3rd straight year. Dan, Colts Jaguars.
And the Colts are getting run over on the first play. Fred Taylor, he goes 76 yards. On the next play, here's Maurice Jones-Drew. He goes 18 yards, 2-play drive, 98 yards, a touchdown for Jacksonville. Then Dominic Rhodes, he gets a 3-point lead there for Indianapolis on that play. And then, whoop, here you go. Fred Taylor. He goes 21 yards. Fred Taylor in the first half, 128 yards rushing.
This is pathetic.
Wow, look at this.
Can anybody tackle?
Maurice Jones-Drew, 48 yards. Touchdown right here. Total yards rushing, 248.
Say that again.
248 yards rushing. Wow.
Wow. In the first half.
The Colts defense, they have that drug problem. They're getting drug up down one side of the field, drug back down the other side of the field.
Wow, big-time trouble.
They are in trouble. There's no question they're in trouble. Rich Gannon said it on the pregame show today. He said, listen, if you can't stop the run, you cannot win a Super Bowl in this league. We all know that, and this is obviously what's showing itself today in Jacksonville.
The average giving up 160. They're already at 88 yards over that just in the first half. They're not protecting Peyton, and so now they're in really trouble. If you can't, this is not something that you just fix all of a sudden and say, you know what, guys, we're going to fix our run problem. You don't do that, JB. They're in trouble.
They're going to go to rehab.
Trouble.
You said the halftime call cannot be what now?
Hey, come on, guys, let's pick it up.
And here comes Ben Chung. He's back home in Houston. Remember, he played at the University of Texas. He runs down the sideline for 27 yards. Yeah, let's pick it up all right. No score. That's right. Nothing much can happen here today. Here's Ron Dane. He's still in the league, guys. Remember him? Ron Dane, 1-yard touchdown run, 7-6. Houston Texans over the Tennessee Titans at halftime.
Titans have won 3 straight, the last 2 in dramatic fashion. Dan, let's talk Patriots and Dolphins.
Well, right here you got, Corey Dillon. He busted outside. The Dolphins are usually pretty good against the run. It's a 17-yard run for Corey Dillon. Tom Brady back to pass. The Dolphins have been putting pressure on Tom Brady. This is a sack right here by Vonnie Holiday and Jason Taylor. He's trying to get his guys going. Maybe he's yelling at them linemen, man. Give me some time to throw it, Tom Brady.
6-0 to score there. Matter of fact, is that score the same there with the Falcons and the Bucks, Shannon?
Yep, Bruce Gakowski, middle screen to Michael Pittman, 25 yards, first down, lead to a field goal, 3-0 Tampa. Michael Vick drops back to pass. He's going to be sacked by Ronnie Lott's son, Ryan Neese. And here, Mike Vick going for it all. Picked off Phillip Buchanan in the end zone. 6-0, identical score to what you had, Dano.
Sometimes players, coaches have to overcome playmaking, right?
Yeah, exactly.
Good line, Boomer. Giants, Panthers, Boomer.
All right, how about Eli Manning and Plaxico Burress? Finally, let's hook up here, fellas, and that's exactly what happens. Nice catch by Plax. He comes down with a touchdown. Here comes Chris Wanke. Who? Chris Wanke. To Drew Carter for a touchdown. 10-10. Giants are driving right now at the end of the second quarter.
Wow, might have to change his name. Dan, Eagles, Redskins.
The Eagles in that wild card hunt. Here comes Jeff Garcia. He drops back. L.J. Smith over the middle, wide open. That's a touchdown, putting them up 7-3. Then the ball bounces up in the air. Jason Campbell gets picked off by Michael Lewis. He goes down the sidelines 84 yards. That puts Philly up 14-3. Jeff Garcia then comes back, bootlegs right. Time to throw. Dante Stallworth. No, touchdown, 21-3.
Not looking good. Eagles looking to sweep the Skins for the 4th time in the past 5 seasons. Shannon.
Cut by the Detroit Lions in camp. R2 Spinner. Second touchdown of the day, 14-0. Minnesota. Here, Brad Johnson. Brad Johnson's my age, JB, and I'm up here with you guys. Oh, he got in. 4-yard TD run. That was Bob on the PAT. Brad says, I want north. Jamal Fletcher said, no, you don't. I'm going the other way. And here he is, 88 yards for an INT return.
Look at that. Johnson should be up here with us.
Look at the official. Look at the official.
If he keeps going fast like that, he will.
The official stayed up with him. Did you see that?
No, I don't believe that.
It's pretty good. But at least you don't have the AARP magazines coming to you just yet. All right, folks, second half of your games coming up after this. Yeah, they do.
CBS Sports presents the Sprint Halftime Report. Sprint together with Nextel. Power up.
TV Digital ist da. 14 Tage volles Programm. Top-Übersichtlichkeit im großen Format. Neu und einzigartig in Deutschland. Komplett mit allen Programmen von Kabel Digital Home. Plus ARD, RTL, Pro7 und Co. in einem Heft. Alle 31 Kabel Deutschland Programme mit Bewertung und allen Sendeterminen. Bestellen Sie jetzt Ihr Abo unter 080 5 99 77 44. TV Digital, das ist die Zukunft.
Halftime in Kansas City, 6-0 Baltimore. The Chiefs have been able to break Larry Johnson free for 147-yard romp, but they haven't been able to put points on the board. They've turned the ball over 3 times. The NFL on CBS will continue after this word from your local station. You're watching the NFL on CBS, the home of Super Bowl 41.
Hockey's not just a game, it's a lifestyle.
Join the Reebok revolution. Visit NASN.com, your home for North American sports merchandise.
Nurofen. Fast, targeted relief for pain.
Freedom for backs. New heat patches from Nurofen.
There was a moment there where I thought, that was a pretty doggone good throw. I can probably play.
My sophomore year against Thomasville, I only got 3 balls. And those 3 went for 144 yards and 2 touchdowns. I knew right then that I was on my way.
And the stadium was rocking, it was packed. Got a total of 400-some yards. That's when I knew.
When people stopped calling me Archie's boy, started calling me Peyton. That was a big moment for me.
Welcome back to Arrowhead Stadium in Kansas City, everyone. Along with Dan Deerdorf, I'm Greg Gumbel. 6-0 Baltimore in the lead over the Kansas City Chiefs. The Ravens had a chance to clinch their division last week against Cincinnati. They couldn't get it done. Kansas City, while Baltimore would like to take a step forward today, it's a must for the Chiefs.
They have a 3-5 record in the AFC, Greg, and that always ends up being one of the tiebreakers. You go head-to-head, but then you go to that conference record. That means they would fall to 3-6, and that means that even if they ended up the season at 10-6, the chances of making the playoffs could be like last year. They were 10-6 last year and didn't make it. So, yes, the pressure resides right on the shoulders of the Kansas City Chiefs. And isn't it funny what a difference a week makes in this league?
Sure.
Last week, the defense was the GOAT. The offense has 4 touchdown passes from Trent Green. This week, the defense is playing pretty well, and the offense has done nothing.
Baltimore on the receiving end. This is Corey Ross. Back to the 20. And knocked down and out of bounds at about the 25-yard line. A look at the first half numbers. You can bet Herm Edwards is looking at those turnovers.
Well, and the good news, again, it's only a 6-0 ball game. You look at 124 yards total for the Kansas City Chiefs. They got a big chunk of that on the one long run by Larry Johnson. Other than that, there's been precious little to cheer about for the Kansas City O.
For the 7th time this season, Baltimore has forced 3 turnovers. Oh, look at the hole for Jamal Lewis. Out across the 35 and enough for a first down.
Lewis, the ball carrier, tackled by Greg
Well,
Wesley.
if ever there would have been a time to force a nice little 3 and out and get your offense back out on the field in a hurry, this would have been it. Look at that hole as we freeze it right there off left guard. Wow.
From the 36.
Obi Mihaly, the fullback, nice lead block. really gave that crease where Jamal Lewis could just fly to his left. Well done.
I guess you can give Greg Wesley credit for the tackle, but he was dragged the last 3 or 4 yards. Lewis again. And bulls his way. Holy smokes. Out across the 40 to about the 42.
How many red shirts did he have on his back? Talk about finishing a run. Again to the left side. Right behind Mike Flynn there. But look at this right here. Look at that movement. There are 5 Kansas City Chiefs going for a ride on the back of Jamal Lewis.
Now, any more of that, and all of a sudden, Steve McNair is going to love the idea of play action. Lewis and Mahaley behind McNair on 2nd and 3. Think of Mike Anderson in the backfield, and Anderson is stacked up at the 41-yard line.
Yeah, Kendrick Bell, the linebacker, he got upfield and in the backfield. Penetration will kill every running play. Going to come right over here on the left-hand side. There's Kendrell Bell just knifing in right inside.
So now the crowd comes to its feet on a 3rd and 6. Quick pass. Clayton. And Clayton wrestled out of bounds at about the 41-yard line.
Great pursuit that time by the Kansas City defense. That was really a good expression of team speed in flowing to the sideline.
Greg Wesley, the main pursuer and tackler, and it'll force Baltimore to kick it away.
Well, if you're having trouble getting something going offensively, a spark from your special team sometimes can get it going. Let's see if Dante Hall can pull one off.
Cook puts it up high. Hall lets it bounce. And it's going to roll inside the 10, inside the 5, down to the 2. We have a penalty marker down.
The ball is down at the 2-yard line. 59-yard line.
Well, you have to give the receiver an opportunity to catch the ball, but the question is, was he blocked in? You know, the interference is coming from his own player as well as Derek Martin.
Well, he pushed him to the other side of it.
Yeah, he did. Ed Hockley is going to have a conference over this.
Interference with the opportunity to make the catch by the kicking team. The punt returner has to have a free opportunity to get to the ball. There doesn't have to be contact. It's a 15-yard penalty from the spot of the foul. Kansas City ball, first down.
Well, Ed Hockley determining that the block had nothing to do with it, that Derek Martin had an opportunity to get away from Hall, and he didn't.
I think he was right.
Ever wished you could be there to see your team in action? With Game On Holidays, you can combine that big match atmosphere with the holiday of a lifetime for the whole family. We offer city breaks and holidays incorporating all U.S. sports, including NASCAR. All you have to do is visit our website and choose the games or races you want to see, and we'll do the rest. Great seats, great games, great value. Game on.
Trent Green desperately has to get something going here. Had a miserable first half.
I might try to get Tony and Gonzalez involved in this ballgame.
Gonzalez with no catches, working on a 95-game streak of 1 or more receptions. Larry Johnson.
When you see Larry Johnson hop up there and then have to take that lateral step. Very seldom are there any creases in this Baltimore defense. And
Seven times a mobile.
Those goose eggs on the right, not good. The Kansas City offense doesn't move without his involvement.
No gain on the play, 2nd and 10. And once again, it's Johnson. Little hesitation, looking for a hole that just didn't develop. Kelly Gregg, Bart Scott with the stop.
He was tackled by Bart Scott.
Bart Scott, a Southern Illinois Saluki. And number 57, look how he scrapes upfield, takes on the lead blocker, slides right off to the inside. That is absolutely the way you draw it up. You take him on with your outside shoulder because you're defending that inside gap. You just lateral step right into the hole, fill, and square up and tackle.
Now
Perfect.
Let's see how many people the Ravens send on 3rd and long. Here they come. Green throws. That is complete. That's enough for a first down to Sammy Parker. Parker made the catch about a yard shy of first down yardage and spun his way forward.
Boy, he was really given a lot of cushion, a surprising amount of cushion over there on the far side of the Baltimore defense. Corey Ivy over there. I'm not sure if he knew what the coverage was, but that's an awful lot of room to a receiver. Makes it awfully easy to pick up a first down.
So now from the Kansas City 44. Back to Larry Johnson. A yard at most. You mentioned Bart Scott coming from Southern Illinois. How many people have you run into who didn't know what a Saluki was?
Most people.
2nd and 9 from the 45.
Do you notice? And you know what a Saluki is?
It's either a tropical cocktail or a really skinny dog.
It is that Egyptian dog that you see a lot of times in the old sculptures and whatever. You gotta at least know that nobody else has your mascot.
This is Johnson again.
Lions and tigers and bears are everywhere, but there's only one Saluki.
He was tackled by Bart Scott.
Ball is at midfield, and once again, Trent Green looking at a 3rd down. 3rd and 4.
Yeah, we were so thorough yesterday. We were getting into the great legends from Southern Illinois.
Sure.
You know, Carbondale, Illinois hasn't gotten this much pub in a while. My old teammate for so many years across the state in St. Louis, Jim Hart, great quarterback out. And you brought up the basketball connection.
One Walt Clyde Frazier. 3rd and 4. Green with time throws. There's Tony Gonzalez inside the 45 and out of bounds at the 43. First down, Kansas City.
Well, and the crowd wanted a flag thrown on DeJuan Landry.